Hey guys, welcome to Glenn's Grill. Wanted you all to meet Holland, get first eyes on her, okay? She's only 2 days old, but she's already providing us inspiration for the show, okay? As we're getting to know her, what we're learning about her very quickly is that she gets cranky if she doesn't eat. She just ate, so she's doing good now, and it seems self-evident, but it bears repeating that adults are the same way, okay? We don't have as many temper tantrums, but if we're not eating and we're hungry, then we get cranky and angry too. Anyone who's ever walked into a restaurant thinking they were going to sit right down and got the bad news they had to wait an hour for a table knows what I'm talking about here, okay? So we're going to use this inspiration to make a couple of food rules, okay? Come on over to the whiteboard. The rule number one is the worst time to start planning your next meal is when you're already hungry, okay? Because by the time you figure out what am I going to eat, what am I going to make, where am I going to go, what am I going to get to eat, the hunger just grows and grows, and now you're cranky, okay? So don't shop hungry, don't go to the grocery store hungry, and don't start planning your meals while you're hungry, okay? The worst time to decide what am I going to have for lunch is when you mean I'm hungry, I want lunch right now, and I don't know what I'm going to have. It's a recipe for disaster. People make bad decisions and bad food choices when they're hungry and cranky. So, rule number 2 here, visualize your next meal, okay? You can always be visualizing your next meal, and the best time to do it is when you've just finished your previous meal. So when you're sitting there at breakfast, feeling full, sitting back, like, oh, that was delicious, now's a good time to start thinking, what am I having for lunch? Because you don't just want the day to go along and the hunger to come back and then you get cranky before you make these kind of decisions. Talked to a lot of people who have had like food issues, and they would say like, I'd be eating food, stuffing food in my face, and I'm already thinking, what am I going to eat next? If you can do it in a healthy way, it's okay to do that. Like, visualize your whole plan for the day. And that's the last thing. Her day is basically built around what she's going to eat next. And I want you guys, especially if you're new at this, to do it the same way. Pre-plan your entire day of food. That means, what are you having for breakfast? What are you having for lunch? What are you having for dinner? And in between, what snacks you're going to have, okay? You should know that, and you should be visualizing that going into the day. Every night, before I go to sleep, I look at my calendar, I look at my workout, and I look at what class am I teaching, what appointments do I have, what clients do I have, what time am I to work out. And obviously, the rest of it is just filling in food around that. But you guys are all way busier than me, so you need to do the same thing. Plan all the meals and understand that nobody's going to do it except for you, okay? Nobody's going to walk into your office or your staff room or wherever you work and just plop down some delicious gourmet meal. Like, hey, I got some salmon and broccoli here that I can't eat, and it's piping hot. Would you like that? You know, I thought you might be hungry. Instead, they're going to walk into your office with a box of cookies or donuts or a birthday cake or some other nasty food that you don't want. But if you're sitting there with no plan, cranky, hungry, and tired, that's when you're going to make a bad decision, okay? So, plan your meals, don't go to the grocery store hungry, and visualize your next meal while you're eating your current meal, okay? So you'll be a happy baby and not a cranky baby, alright? That's Glenn's Grill's message from Holland. Schleihoff. Mwah! See you guys later.